When you run payroll for any country, minimum to run the payroll minimum 8. But normally we can maintain 8 info type, 14, 15, 20, 10, 267 are very common to every country. Apart from that, country specific according to your company requirement, you have to go. Whether you are maintaining all or not, that depends upon your company requirement. So indirectly 8, 14, 15, 0, 267, 20, 10 info type are very common for every country based on your company requirement. That is first thing we have to know. Right. Next one, to run the payroll, the prerequisite submodules. We need PA. In PA, what exactly we need? We need a company code. We need chart of accounts. Okay, we need personal area. We need sub area. We need employee group. We need employee subgroup. Company code is not created by you. That is created by the FICO people. But your personal area must be assigned to the company code. So you have to know the company code. Okay, then why chart of accounts? When we integrate HR with finance, okay, so we need a chart of accounts and even GL accounts also. So what is a chart of account? I will show you. Then personal area, sub area, employee group and employee subgroup, that is required. From OM, we need a OCS. O means organizational unit, C means job, S means position. This will come from OM. Without OM also we can run payroll. And time management, we need work schedule rule and we need absences. These are very mandatory to run the payroll. Okay, absences, whether you can maintain or not, because there will be paid and unpaid absences we have to maintain. Work schedule rule, that is 0007, we have to maintain. Now, coming from the payroll, country specific payroll, we can configure. What is that? We will discuss. That is good. Okay. So now from PA side, personal area, personal sub area, employee group, employee subgroup, personal number. As of now, there is no personal number, but I wanted to show you what is a personal area, what is a sub area I have created. Before that, we have to know even company and company code also. Here company code, I have taken here NZMO, I will show you. Personal area, NZAU, Auckland, NZWE, Wellington I have created, I will show you. Personal sub area in NAZU, Auckland. So here 2000, 2001, 2002 I created, and NZWE Wellington 1000, 1001, 1002 I created. Employee group I have taken N permanent, employee subgroup N1 and N2. I want to show you where they are. From PA side we need this. Right. From the time management side, what exactly we need? This is required. So from the time side, work schedule rule NA underscore gen 12 that we will maintain in 0007 info type, which contains DWS, PWS and break. I will show you whenever we go there. And this is a paid leave, NAPL. This is unpaid leave, NALO also. And this is the thing, right? So this is from this side. The basic things when you work about New Zealand payroll, and here we have to know, yes, company code, this is okay. Now, country grouping is 43, country key NZ, currency is New Zealand dollar, NZZ, this is one thing. And New Zealand is divided into certain regions. So 2 regions I am taking here, AKL, Auckland, and WEL, so Wellington, WEL or WGL, I will check it. Just give me 1 minute, I want to check it. Yeah, whenever you log on to work in a particular country payroll, 0037 specify Country grouping 43. I have written country grouping 43 that we have to maintain. In Australia 13 we have to maintain. Press enter, press enter. Save it. Now, where is company code? Such things I wanted to show you. Enterprise structure definition. Company is nowhere directly related to the personal area. Forget about that. Edit. Edit company code data. I want to say NZMO. Here, New Zealand mobile just company here. Auckland. Country NZ here. Currency NZ. This is I created. Okay. This is the company code I created. Personal area, two personal areas I create. I wanted to show you. Personal area here. NZ, NZAU. NZAU Auckland. Here the region AKL. That is standard. So these are the 17 regions are there. Wellington WLG. Wellington WLG. Yes. Here WLG. That is standard. If you go there, you can find out. You need not worry about that. One is NZAU Auckland. One more NZW Wellington. So this I have created. Here postal code only 4-digit code. Right. So personal area, sub area. Okay. Personal area. You can change them also here. So first I will take uh, NZAU Auckland. Here production parcel packing, it is a 2000, 2001, 2002. You can change also, there is no issue. NZWE Wellington here, HR finance marketing departments have taken here. These are the personal sub areas are there. Employee group is N. Employee group is N as permanent. Employee subgroup is N1, N1, N2, N3. So N1, N2 only two I am taking here. Yes, so these are the things we have taken here. Personal number, we have to hire an employee, but I'm not doing that as of now. Okay, then personal areas must be assigned to the company code. Whether it is there or not, we can check. Where we can check? In the assignment, human resources, here. NZAU, NW, here country grouping, NZ, here company code, and this is the country grouping. Yes, you can check it. Text by default, it will come. You need not worry about that. That is one thing. And this is employee group to employee subgroup also. Employee group N and N1, same employee group, same employee subgroup. We can assign multiple countries. Here, it is assigned. You can check. It was assigned to the India as well as New Zealand also. But whether 43 is there or not, you have to check it. This we did. Okay, this is the primary information we need, but there is no employee as of now. We can go ahead. So time management, this is already there in the system. When we maintain 7 input, we can come, we can go ahead. Now schema NZ00, Australian payroll, that is a Q000. Okay, then there are multiple info types are there, but here 0309 IRD number New Zealand. Then 310 related. Oh, what happened? Okay, so these are the info types here. Superannuation 310, 311 leave adjustment, leave grass, tax New Zealand here. Very, very important is 3 0. Why it is not coming? Okay, not a 310 superannuation, 311 leave adjustment, 312 leave grass adjustment, 313 tax info type for the New Zealand. 313 is very, very important. And right. This is not clear like Australian payroll, not clear like Indian payroll. What is that? So when you go to the main schema, we can understand. So Q triple zero contains subschemas like QBD0, then QT00 time schema, then QAP0, that is additional payments and deductions, QAL0 factoring, okay, then QNet gross to net, okay, QBD0 QT0, because we know the Australian payroll I'm comparing, okay, Q triple zero is the main schema, QBD0 where we can say, okay, personal information, retrieving the data from 4 zeros 001 002. QT00, okay, time RAB, PAB, such as. But in New Zealand, direct QT00 is not there. Oh, that is a variation. Okay, QAP0, QAL0, it is there. How it will be? NZ00 in QB0, ZBD0 is that I can show you practically because that's very, very important. Slash N PE01 NZ00 here NGBD N, okay, NZ NZBD NZBD BD, okay. QT00 directly it is not there, you can check, we don't have, but others are directly it is there here. Okay, NZAP here, this is NZAP NZAP, that is QAP0, this is NZ uh, NZLO, okay, let me show you practically. NZLO, no, NZAL, slight difference, NZAL. QNet is there. QNet, how it will be there? Okay, gross to net. Net benefits and here. NZ NZN0. NZN0. Okay, so here in Australian payroll, Q is very common, but in New Zealand payroll, NZ is very common, everything you can find out. Here QBD0, but here NZBD they specified. There is no B0. Okay, QAP0. Okay, AP is very common, they added QAL0, ZNZAL, QNet, NZNO, that is. And where is the QT00? Oh, that is a problem. That is a problem. It is not a problem, just you need not worry. For that, there is here New Zealand leave processing and time data. NZLL is there here. This is here. NZLL. NZLL. In NZLL, there is a subschema. This is NZT0 here. NZT0. Whatever the QT00, directly it is not there, it is there. Okay, now there is a question. Again there, one more, only some other piece, calculate and store normal working out. If you go, remaining is very common here. Gen piece. Okay, then PARTT, PARTT. Not in sequence. Oh, different places it is there here. Okay, RAB. That is very common. PAB is very common. Okay. Then after P2010, ZLIT function, then X01 fee. That's very common. Very common. But in the according to the program, they place in different locations. It is there. Okay, there we have X010. Here NG10. Here NG13. There is Q010. So these are the variations that we have to know when we work in a payroll. Just overview what exactly it is here. Now, what is a payroll driver? This is HN. HNZ CALC 0, main schema NZ00, main PCR, this is the PCR 013 here. Even superannuation 310 also, which is required. IRD number, it is 0309, and these are the differences we have to know. Apart from that, any country specific configuration is there that we have to know. Right, what are the things are there here? Here in the basic settings, period parameter is very common, date modifier is very common, payroll area very common, defaulting payroll area very common, generate payroll period very common, generate calendar for accumulations and create control record very common. But fiscal year in Australia, July, but in New Zealand it is April, like Indian payroll it is. That is a difference we have to know. So 2026 fiscal year, okay, first period is 010420 04/2026, the first period. 12th period 01/03/2027 to 31/03/2027. One fiscal year is equal to 2 calendar years. Same, it is very similar to Indian payroll. No, Madhu, I want to take July, you can change. That is as you wish. But it is according to the country respect, we have to go ahead. Then same basic pay configuration, same recurring payments and deduction configuration, additional payment 15 and additional payment off cycle, employee remuneration information, absences paid and paid, then time payments deduction, nothing but time waste type, same factoring, same cumulation waste type, same cumulation, taxation, it's different. Process is there, but info type is different. This is then superannuation, info type is different, but it is there here. Okay, now here leave loading is also there, but I want to check it whether it is there or not. We have to know what are the country specific configurations are there. We have to know where we can check here. 0037 country grouping, New Zealand, SPRO F5, go to the payroll, payroll New Zealand, payroll New Zealand. Right, what are the there here? Taxation. Okay, taxation are very common that we have to know. Okay, remaining reduction formula, factoring, everything is same. That is very common thing is here. Taxation. Here taxation we talked about here. What is the taxation? This is what info type it is. 0313 info type is there. 0313 info type here. Taxation info type 0313. That is the info type we have to know. Okay, rest is same here. That is 31 info type, but okay, slabs are there. We will discuss. But in the taxation, what we have to know, a little bit of it is there. Tax codes are there. It is very similar to yeah, no, this is for UK payroll tax. Tax slabs are there here. Here, create tax code definition. What is that? What is ACC earning? What is a premium? Okay, what are the extra rates are there here? But in Australian payroll, slabs are there. These are the tax codes here. Tax codes. It can be for 1 year, it can be for 2 years, it can be what are the days are there here. So these are the tax codes. How they are developed, that we have to know. So that is one thing here. Next one, superannuation. So what is meant by superannuation? Superannuation is a retirement benefit. Retirement benefit, this is here. So what is the superannuation info type? Superannuation info type, so that is in
Australia
superannuation info type
220.
3.
Here Australia 220
Three.
I'm saying.
Yeah, this is here 310. That is
Yeah.
320. 320. That is 310. No, the variation what I'm talking about here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
310. Because that we have to know. So after that,
Yes.
accumulation, taxation, superannuation, here 0310 we have to know. There, what are the processing classes? What are the PCRs? What is the trust? Employer contribution? You have to know. That is one thing here. Okay, and after that, yeah, half cycle payroll everywhere it is there. That you need not worry about that. Yeah, after that, what is there? After superannuation, here absence payments are there. What is mean by absence payment? Certain absences company has to pay. Say for example, like leave loading is there in Australia. Okay, here annual leave is paid. In such a cases, how do you do this? Absence payment are there here. Different absence payment rules. What exactly it is here? This is same annual rule. Whatever the leave loading is there, that we have to specify here. It is there here. That is absence payment. This is very similar to leave loading in Australia. Okay, that is one thing here. Then termination redundancies are there here. Here also the same thing. We can go ahead here. This is. If you terminate, what will happen here? Okay, then accident compensation. If employee got an accident, what is the compensation? What amount it is going to be paid? Off cycle is very common. DME is very common. And apart from that, quarterly employment survey. The even IR certifications also. Quarterly employment survey that is also required over there here that we can discuss here. Off cycle payment are very common. Data medium exchange is very common. And this is also reporting for posting. Okay, this is HR with finance integration. That is very common. IR certifications also. That's just we have to go ahead here. Okay. So what is the difference here? The difference here, IR certification, accident compensation, and absence payment. Rest everything is same. There is no much difference. It is there here. Okay. So what I mean to say, if you know one country payroll, to work in other country is very simple. But what are the info types are there? What are the sub schemas are there? If you know configuration, most of the cases it is same. More or less, maybe it's some different. If you can sit some hours, some days, you can go ahead. There is no issue. This is about the basic thing we have to know when we run the payroll. Then processing classes, accumulation classes, evaluation classes, forms, payroll driver, main schema, sub schema, function, customer specific feature, all are very common. Right. Now, first let us go to basic settings. What is the navigation path for the basic settings? Right now, I don't have an employee. I can hire an employee whenever I get free time. Most probably today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will go with the configuration. And after that, we can hire. So I don't want to use existing employee. I can hire an employee in front of you so that you can hire an employee so that you will get an idea. So directly I'm going to the payroll. Payroll New Zealand, that is alphabetical order. MN here, New Zealand. Then basic settings, payroll organization. Here, define period modifier. Period parameter or period modifier, everything is same. Creating period parameter with your 2-digit code, that is, I am taking here, country grouping only I am taking here, that is 43 I am taking here. Okay, how the payroll is run, monthly payroll, semi-monthly payroll, weekly, semi-monthly, whatever you can take. So in the New Zealand, I can show you monthly payroll. And end of the course, I can show you weekly payroll also. That is a matter of maybe one session, half session, not more than that. Every configuration is same. Now, why I will show you weekly payroll also. Weekly payroll, hourly based they paid. Only one wage type is there per hour this much. So that you can come to know what is the difference between monthly payroll to weekly payroll. So you can get an idea. Right. At a time, if we configure monthly and weekly, there will be a confusion. So once we run payroll, monthly payroll, and if it is weekly payroll, hourly wage, and what we can do, you can understand. So I'm taking here period parameter is nothing but creating period parameter with a 2-digit code. That is a numeric. What is period parameter? Period parameter is frequency of payment like monthly, semi-monthly, weekly, bi-weekly. Most of the cases in the world, either monthly payroll, semi-monthly payroll, weekly payroll, bi-weekly payroll. Monthly means 1 to 31st January, February 1 to 28. Semi-monthly 1 to 15, 16 to 31st or 28. Weekly 1 to 7, 8 to 15. Bi-weekly 1 to 14, okay, 15 to 28. Such as it is there here. Right. According to your company requirement in your company, what type of pay frequency is there? So, right. Normally, what exactly we need? So in real time, if you are doing an implementation project, you go to the company place and you're asking them, how many employees are there? They tell employee there are 3,000 employees are there. How is the pay frequency? All are paid monthly. Then all are paid monthly, pay frequency is monthly. You are creating only one period parameter. No. Okay, there are 3000 employees are there, 1500 employees are monthly, 1500 employees are weekly. Then you can create two. Or 1000 are monthly, 1000 are weekly, 1000 are semi-monthly, you are creating three. Or else 1000 are monthly, 1000 are semi-monthly, 500 are bi-weekly, 500 are weekly. In such a cases, you can create four. But okay, when there are employees, by creating monthly, semi-monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, it's not a confusion. We must have a clarity. You prepare an Excel sheet. What employees are monthly, what employees are semi-monthly, that. So when you maintain payroll area, you must be very careful. Only that is only the thing. Right. So now when you are creating a period parameter, you have to assign the correct time unit. 01 monthly, 02 semi-monthly, 03 weekly, 04 bi-weekly. By mistake and by creating 43, if you can assign 02, monthly means it won't take 30 days. It will take only 15 days because you have taken semi-monthly. That is the reason when we create a period parameter, you have to assign the correct time unit. 01 monthly, 02 semi-monthly, 03 weekly. This is standard SAP has provided. Where it is, click on the step. I want to go with the 43. If it is there, I can use that. Here 43 monthly. Somebody New Zealand they have taken. They have written also here. Okay, here New Zealand weekly. It is already there. So I'm taking this is New Zealand. I will take 01. Drop down and you can find out here monthly. The best practice when you are entering the start date, company foundation date you can enter. When you enter company foundation date, though it is somewhere and you have to specify the fiscal year start date. The that is very required data. Though company is not available from April onwards, better to give company for fiscal year data. If company was started September, you can enter April also. What will happen? Nothing is to happen. Okay, so but you can take exact company data also. There is no issue. So we created one period parameter, right? Next one, we will go standard define date modifier. Second thing I'm going to create. So date modifier is an object which is part when we generate payroll periods to specify the payment date. Okay, so with the date modifier, you are not going to show anywhere the payment date. That is only the agent. That is only the object. Okay. So creating date modifier with a two-digit code. So definition date modifier is a payment date. In real time, experienced consultant, they never create a date modifier. They can take 00. Standard modifier. That is only for the reporting purpose you have to take. But some companies, when they generate a report, okay, 00 standard modifier, what is that? They will ask you. We cannot give the answer to them. When they developed the application, they have taken 00 standard modifier, they said. Rather than standard modifier, why don't you create a 00 as payment on last day of the month? That you have to create. Because in the report, in the text is standard modifier, what is that? They will ask you. Because you are the person to give the answer to them. So that is the reason we can create anything. So I am taking here 44. I am creating here 44. Payment on last day of the month. Or you can take 00 also payment date. In S4 HANA in public cloud, okay, so they will take only 00. There is no other option to create. Okay, in the coming future versions, certain data which we created unnecessarily, there is no option. You can take existing one, that is only the thing. But client one, when you generate a report, the payment data, that is standard modifier is there. Where do you change? So in such a cases, it is needed. Here, payment date last day of the month, every month 25th, next month 1st, 2 days before last day of the period. So last day of the month, last day of the month means January 31st. February 28 or 29, April 30. Every month 25th, January to December, every month 25th. Next month 1st, this is. January salary you are getting 1st February. February salary you are getting March 1st, like that. And 2 days before, January salary 31 minus 2, 29th is the payment. February 28 minus 2, 26th is the payment. April 30 minus 2, 28th is the payment date. So what is the last working day minus 2 days is my payment date. Okay, according to your company requirement, which payment date your company are following, you can. But to be frank, just the date modifier you are not going to create. This is only for the reporting purpose. What we do here, define date modifier. Here 44 is not there. So I'm here 44. I'm going to show you payment on last day of the month. I'm taking only last day of the month or last day of the period, but I will show you all 4 scenarios. The next one, payroll area, I'm taking here NG. What is payroll area? Okay, so creating payroll area with a 2-digit code. You can take alphabet, you can take numeric as you wish. Payroll area is group of employees. 3000 employees are there. To whom company has to run payroll? Company has to run payroll calculating gross to net salary once for a specific period, monthly period parameter that we created 43. And pay on a specific date. Specific date is the date modifier that we create 44. For employee, respective services. So payroll area contains period parameter and date modifier. So payroll area is a group of employees, 3000, to whom company has to run payroll for a specific period, monthly, and pay on a specific date, that is date modifier, for employee respective services. So I'm creating NZ monthly payroll. Now there is a question. We can create one payroll area, we can create 2 payroll areas, we can create 3 payroll areas, or according to the company requirement, you can go. There is an example. 3000 employees are there. All are paid and payment date is last day of the month. Then you can create one payroll area. Then 1500 employees are monthly, 1500 employees are semi-monthly. In such a cases, you can create 2 monthly payroll area, semi-monthly payroll area. Or 1000 monthly, 1000 semi-monthly, 1000 weekly. In such a cases, you can create 3 payroll areas. This is according to your company requirement. But what we learn when you go to in real time, sometimes same thing it will be there, sometimes different thing will be there. There are 3000 employees are there. All are monthly and their payment date last day of the month, and you decided to create one payroll area. Company people will ask you. You create a Auckland payroll area and Wellington payroll area, they will ask you. You create 2 payroll areas. If you have a good subject in SAP, you can speak to them, you convince them, and once they are convinced, we can create one payroll area. If you don't have that, you have to create 2 payroll areas. So I'm not saying that creating 2 payroll areas is wrong. That is also good. You can create. But the condition, when multiple objects are not required, it is not suggestible to create. If you can create, tomorrow they will ask you to create 15 payroll areas. Recently in one presentation, scope study. One IT company went for the scope study. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, 4 days they studied the scope of the business process. Then 6th day they call me. Madhu sir, can you come to Singapore? Then all of a sudden I won't come. Tell me what is the requirement. You have to spend 3 hours. Okay, through virtually I can. Then I was into the online. Then we asked, we need 15 payroll areas. Then they said, okay, we will create not only 15, we will create 30 also, they said. Okay, 15 payroll areas. Okay, in the scope study, we asked, they said, okay, we can create. Okay, meeting was over. Later, as a small discussion, I asked the consultant, why do you create 15 payroll areas? Sir, you asked, so we are creating. But in such a cases, when a payroll area, if you wanted to change one employee in one location is transferring to another location. By that time, are you going to change the payroll area? Yes, definitely we will change. Then, can we change payroll area mid of the period? No, you should not change the payroll area mid of the period. Then how do you create 15 payroll areas? Then they're asked, sir, you asked to create. We will ask thousands of things. But how do you do? Then there is a big question into their mind. Okay, that is a scope study. At the time of the BBP also, so that is the reason some company people, if it is like that, they will strongly recommend to the consultants. If you want to transfer an employee, don't transfer an employee mid of the period. By force, if you can transfer, change the payroll area, either start date or end date. That is a restriction. So that is a funda, of course. I'm not saying that don't create, you can create, but that is a funda. Now, what is the necessity to create here? I want two payroll areas. What is the necessity? Location wise, it very, what clarity you need? If you need a report, personal area is there. Based on personal area, you can generate a report. You should able to speak to them, convince them. If needed, you have to show the output in the system. Then they can believe us. Okay, being the top management people, asking a question is very simple. So when we are kid, we will ask thousands of questions to our mom. Mom has a lot of patience. Patiently, she answered so many questions. Mummy, I want a moon. Mom cannot bring that. But see how she convinced the kids. In the same way, when you go to SAP side also, so the client people are like kids. I want the moon. We cannot bring, but take a mirror and you can show. Yeah, it is there and you can take it out because the solution is very very important. That is because I visited so many clients and I got so many. Okay, but luckily I got good clients rather than saying that, and I convinced them. They agreed. They agreed. Okay, some people they didn't agree. Then I agreed. Compromise. Sometimes no compromise. Sometimes compromise. Before marriage there is no compromise. After marriage 100% compromise. Lakshmi, what do you say? Is it compromise or not? 100% compromise. In client side also, we have to go to compromise. Normally, when junior consultant will go, they will ask, "Sir, give me some tips." There is no tip, boss. Whatever you whatever you speak to the client, okay, whatever they speak to you, you listen, they listen, they say you have to follow. That's it. That is other than there is nothing is there. And some people they say, yes, sir, I understood. Are you married? Yes, yes, you understood. You can go ahead. That's very common. That's very common. Ultimately, the company requirement we have to put into the system, not your requirement. Okay, if the company requirement is not in SAP, you develop it. For that, you have to tell them we are charging additionally for that. As per SLA, service level agreement, we came here to implement as per standard customization. As we are developing, we need an ABAPer, we need a basis consultant, we need a tester. So many people are going to spend much time, so we are charging for this. Then, if they agree, we can go ahead. That is an additional benefit to the company. Okay. So I'm creating payroll area NJET. How do we create is creating payroll area is very simple. That's not a big thing here. So check payroll area, check payroll accounting area and check. I'm creating NJET, whether it is there or not. Yes, New Zealand payroll area is there. Here 43 is there. We can 44. Okay, normally can go to new entries. If it is not there, don't think that there is no date modifier. 00 indirectly it is there. That is the meaning of that. Some people, when they create a payroll area, they won't check it. What is that? If you won't check this checkbox of the payroll area, when you run payroll, you won't run payroll here. This is, you have to check it. That is mandatory. This is about what is now. Next one, this is very simple. Generate payroll periods. No, no. Next one, check default payroll area. So defaulting payroll area in 0001 info type with AB carriage feature. Okay. If it is 1, 2 payroll areas, better to default at company code level, or else you can default at country grouping level also, because there are 3, 4 company codes are also there. Then you can take buckets. There is only one company code, country grouping. The best practice we can default it company code. But recently, I have seen there are three employee groups are there. E5, E6, no, employee group E, F, G. E means permanent employee, F means contract employee, and awardee people. That is one type of employee group. The payroll areas they created permanent separate, contract separate, awardee separate. They created two payroll areas, three payroll areas. Then where they defaulted employee group level, then here, so they have taken country grouping Molga under that company code, under that employee group PERAG, we can default. So there is no thumb rule that you can default only like this. So what is the purpose of defaulting? At company code level, you are defaulting means there is only one payroll area. You are taking at company code BU carries, but here employee group level payroll area is fixed up. Then under company code, you can take employee group. Employee group technically I will show you. What is our company code now? NZ, NZ, Gem, that is. So I will show you how do we do that. So there is a question. Don't we have a navigation path? We have a navigation path, not from here. There is a path also. I will show you later, but I want to show you what is the path. PE03 AB KRS feature. If you wanted to know what is AB KRS feature documentation, you can read it. What is the purpose of that? You will get a documentation. You can read the documentation. This feature enables you to update the default value of the payroll area. Where it is coming? 0001 info type. The return value of the feature is payroll area from table T549A. Clearly it is telling, okay, this can be overwritten and is assigned and displayed in warning message when changes are made in org assignment. So in 0001, a payroll area is defaulted. You can change it also. Option is there here. So that this is the feature text one is there. Click on text one. What is this? Do we get any information? Yes. How do you maintain PE03? Additional description of the feature value, okay, are assigned to the follows here. Feature return value. This assignment for the feature can be set up at decision tree. What are the decision trees are there? Company code, country grouping, personal area, sub area, employee group. What are the technical name? Buckers, works, BTRTL. Conjunction with particular terms. You can display the valid terms. You maintain the feature by using PE03 by choosing the sub object structure operation here. This is there here a branch. Okay, now where it is? Okay, now let me go decision of attributes. What is meant by attributes? And who has created this? Okay, person responsible. Okay, user ID, what date it is here, version here. This is about the program here, such as it is there here. That we can't do, but here you can click on this. Country grouping is not there. So what we have to do? Customize, add it, Molga. Click on create. What is your country grouping? Country grouping is 43. Let me go to the 43. 43 New Zealand. Under 43, you can take company code. So Molga is a decision operation where we can find field for decision operation here. Click on here. Buckers company code PERSG employee group. You can take whatever it is. I want Buckers. So otherwise you can cut. Under Buckers, take your company code. If you select Buckers and click on create, you can find all company codes including your company code. What is your company code? Alphabet order here. Okay, NZ star. Whatever the company code start, NZ will come into picture. NZ New Zealand. Okay, here whatever it is there here. Press enter. Under N, you can take even employee group also. I'm not taking. I'm taking the return value. What is the return value? NZ. So what you are telling to the system? If you can hire an employee for New Zealand, in the New Zealand, if the company code is NZMO, in 0001 info type, NZ payroll area is defaulted. That is the meaning of that. If you take Great Britain, company code they have taken. If you take US company code, AE, everywhere company code they have taken. most of the cases, right? Perfect, and come back here. Okay, coming to the navigation path, Madhu. Okay, actually this can be created in PM, personal management also. I can show you where it is here. Personal management and personal administration, organizational data. In organizational data, org assignment, here create payroll area, step number 1. If you can take only payroll area, but there is no period parameter date modifier, this is also a problem here. NZ is there. Okay. Next here, create payroll area. Click on. Again here, NZ. Here, period parameter, date modifier. But where we can create period parameter, in PA you cannot create. That is the reason I went to the payroll. There I created. That is the best practice. Okay, then check default payroll area. Click on. This is the feature. So navigation path for this. But we went through the T code. Just you can check New Zealand and company code. Just you can go ahead. It is there. Or you can read the documentation. You can get it here. You'll get some information here. What it is telling, call up the feature default payroll area AB carries. You can check it here. Here payroll area 01 proposed, 02 proposed here. If they are different, how do you maintain? So it will give you some inputs to you when you read it, the documentation. So rather than searching in the Google, you can search in SAP. You'll get somewhat some material you can find out. You can go ahead. This is about check default payroll area. Next one, generate payroll periods. Period means we run payroll by using PC00 underscore M43 underscore CALC. When we run pay by using this transaction code, we run payroll. How we can run payroll? Monthly we can run. Okay, first month 2026 fiscal year. What is the first month? First month 01/04/2026 to 30/04/2026. That is the first period. 2026. What is second period? 01/05/2026 to 31/05/2026. Second period. 2026 fiscal year. What is the 12th period? 01/03/2027 March 31/03/2027. So 2026 fiscal year 12th period, that is March 2027. This is monthly. But in your company there may be weekly payroll. If it is weekly payroll, so monthly we have 12 months are there. If it is weekly, okay, 2026. If it is weekly, okay, first week. 01/04/2026 to 07 01 to 07/01/2026 first period, and 2026 02 second period is equal to, what is that? 002 08 0 08 004. There we entered one wrong. Okay, 2026 to 15/04/2026 second period. Like you can create 52 weeks, like semi monthly 1 to 15, like you can create. These are the periods. So if you wanted to run payroll, monthly 30 days, 28 days, weekly 7 days, bi-weekly 14 days, you can create. So monthly, weekly, semi monthly, just you can. I will run payroll. I can show you practically now. When you run payroll, what is the transaction code? PC00 underscore M43. Enter your payroll area NZ. Here other period, if I enter one period 2026, here is coming. How it is coming? Backend somewhere somebody has created, it is coming. Okay, if I create 2030, system will give a message. See, it is not created. So now we have to create. Where we are creating, this is the place we are going to create. So generate payroll periods. Generate payroll periods. What we are going to create here? What we are going to create here? Here 2026 fiscal year or financial year starting with April to March. So 2026 fiscal year starting from April 2026 to March 2027. This is the period we are going to create. So this is the thing we are going to create. Then there is a question. How many years you can create? So here we can create for 1 year. We can create for the 5 years. You can create for the 10 years, 20 years. This is as per your company requirement. You can go and create. Right. But now I'm creating 2022, 2027. I'm creating. You can create. So which year you want to run payroll? I want to run payroll for 2026. Before 1 year, after 1 year, it must be there. But I'm generating 2022, 2027. Some people, what you are doing, you must have an idea. They want to run payroll 2026. They generate only up to 2020. Then they said, I'm not able to run payroll. Minimum basic settings, basic, understanding we must have. We created up to 2020. We are running payroll 2026. How do we get? Yes, that is. So to fix up the payment date, SAP has provided payday rules for every country. They are standard. There are 4 payday rules are there. According to your payment date, we can use the payday rule. One adds the number of days to the period start date. Two deducts the number of days from the period end date, adds the number to the period end date, and 4 monthly only. The number of days is used as the payment date. So when we generate a payday rule, any 1, 2, 3, 4 you can enter. Number of days 0 to 31, you can enter anything based on the rule. What is that? Right. Scenario 1. Payment on every month 25th. So payday rule you can take 4. Number of days 25. Here I will tell you one thing very simple. When you are taking payday rule 4, number of days what you are going to enter, that is a payment date. If you enter 25th, 25th is a payment date. If you enter 26th, 26th is a payment date. If you enter 30, 30 is a payment date. But 30 won't work out because February does not contain 30. That is also very, very important. First we will go with this. And here determined period number is there. The most of the cases we can take 1. 1 means start date of the period. Every month starting with 1, ending with 28, 29, 28 February, 29 leap year, 30 April, June, 31st January, October, December, such as. So like how do we do this? Is very simple. Generate payroll periods, maintain payroll periods, period parameter is 43, date modifier 44, here start date 01/04/2020, final year 2027. By default, start date of fiscal year, it will come into picture April 1st. Then payday rule, if you drop down, the payday rule will come into picture. Here payday rule, I'm taking care 4. Number of days you can enter, I'm entering 25. Determined period number is always 1, most of the cases. Start date of the period, always you have to check execute. Now 2020 to 2027 payroll periods you have created, you can check it. So 2020 first period 1 to 30, payment on 25th. Okay, May 25th, every month 25th. This is by taking payday rule 1. Payday rule 1 is finished. Let me take payday rule 4 we discussed. Payday rule 4 we discussed. Okay, that means the payday rule 4, payday rule 1 if you take, payday rule 4 if you take, this we remove that. Payday rule 4, number of days 25, if you enter payment date and 25th. If you enter 27, 27. If you enter 28, can I enter 29? It won't work out. I will show practically here. If I enter 29, it won't work out. Click on execute system. Number of days may not more than 28 days. February 28 days, na? That is a logic. This is scenario 1. Scenario 2, payday rule 1. What is payday rule 1? when we take this payday rule 1, adds the number of days to the period end date. Payday rule 1, number of days 24 I'm entering. Okay, let me check it practically here. You go there here, payday rule 1, number of days I'm entering here 24. What does it mean? It's very simple. If you take payday rule 1, 24 plus 1, why 1 here? Adds the number of days to the period start date. What is the period start date? First date. Adds the number of days. Number of days we enter 24. 24 plus 1. 25th is the payment date. So if you take payday rule 1, what we have to take? What are the days are there plus 1, that is a payment date. So click on execute. Click on execute. You can see the payment date every month 25th it is there. This is payday rule 1, payday rule 4 we covered. Now scenario 2. Payment on 2 days before last day of the month. So let us take this. Whenever payment deducting from the end date. So January 31 minus 2 29. February 20 minus 2 26. April 30 minus 2. If your payment falls on 2 days before, payday rule 2 deducts the number of days from the period. Why are you taking 2 here? Because 2 days before. If it is 3 days before, 4 days before, in such a cases, how do you maintain? Here payday rule 2, okay, number of days you can take 2 also. If you click on execute, you see the last day minus 2. 1 to 30, 30 minus 2 28. 1 to 31st, 31 minus 29. This you can check it. All right, now payment on next. Payment on next month first. Whenever the payment is next month first, next month second, payday rule 3. Okay, if it is next month first, you can take 1. If it is next month second, 2. Next month fifth, 5. Next month 10, 10. Earlier, even in Australia also, 1990s, the public sector companies, they pay the salaries next month 8th, next month 5th. In India also, many public sector companies, they pay next month 5th, next month 4th. But nowadays, most of the cases, payments on last day of the month or next month first. So if your payment is paid on next month first, so payday rule 3 we have to take. What is payday rule 3? Adds the number to the period end date. So number of days column, whatever you maintain, that is adding to the period end date. If it is 0 0, here we entered 1 January 31 plus 1. 31 plus 1 is equal to, if you are a math student, immediately you can say 32. But if you are an SAP consultant, so 31 for what month? January, February 1st. If it is July, August 1st. If it is December, January 1st, we have to tell it. How it will work out? So let me go. Payday rule 3. Okay, number of days I'm entering here 1. Click on execute. I can check it. Here 1 to 30, next month first. 1 to 31st next month first. 1 to next month first. No, Madhu, it is payment on last day of the month. Just payday rule 3, number of days 0. What will happen here? So this I am going to take it now. Just you can check it here. January 31st, April 30, May 31st, June this is. But here there is a new concept. Every month payment is paid on last Friday. SAP has not provided such development, but we can do it manually. Where we can do it manually? Let me do it first. So just you can come back and click on date of periods. Enter period parameter is 43. Then 2026 first period April. 12th period here March 2027. You can count 1 2 3 4 whether it is there or not. Okay, next one, what I said, payment date on last Friday of every month. Here check date of payday. HCM localization 43. Then your date modifier is 44, period parameter is 43, payroll year is 2026. If you can take, you can. These are the payment date. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, you can check. April. Let us take May. May month is payment on Sunday. I want Friday, Madhu, 29. You can change it manually. June. June month, the payment is paid on Thursday. So 27. No, 26. You can change it manually here. Options are there. Save it. Some people they can say, we will ask the ABAPer. No, ABAPer can't do anything here. Okay, for everything, don't say ABAPer. What is your role? You have to know. Okay, sometimes if you don't know, we will ask the ABAPer. They will do that. But that will take much time. For everything,
Mm.
development is not a good habit. See, what SAP has provided, we have to know. See, SAP knowledge is not easy thing, it's not a great task. If you keep on attaching with the system, you can understand. You can understand. So we always invite the troubles, always invite the queries, always invite the errors from the client. Then only we can polish our knowledge. If you won't get any kind of question, our mind is always lazy.
Mm.
Once our mind is lazy, our knowledge is zero. Okay, so with this, I want to stop today and we'll continue tomorrow after
So
this.
the main difference between the New Zealand and Australian payroll, the taxation and leave part. So
Yeah,
superannuation, all those would be same.
yes. No,
Okay,
same in the
mostly.
sense, somewhat is
Mostly
different.
similar.
Model wage
Yeah.
types are different. Model
Yeah.
wage types
Okay.
is model wage types different. Secondary wage types are different. Certain
Mm.
processing classes different. But
Okay.
similarities are there. Similarities are there. Am I right?
So is it a very complex when it compared to Australian payroll, sir?
It's not complex if you
Mm.
learn. Okay, when you
Mm.
learn comparatively, it is somewhat
Mm.
complex. Why it is complex?
Oh, okay.
In Australian payroll, QT0 directly it is there, but it's not in
Mm.
QT general. In subschema under subschema, it's not
Yeah.
that much of
Mm.
complex. If you know the logic, we can go ahead. There is no
Okay.
complex.